Everything has become a service.
From makeup to meals can be delivered to your door.
It's getting out of hand.
Subscriptions have quietly infiltrated nearly every aspect of modern life. They've transitioned from being a niche payment model for select services to a dominant force in global commerce. We see them everywhere: music, video, food, fitness, education, and even essentials like software and storage. But while the convenience is undeniable, subscriptions come with hidden costs and consequences that are reshaping how we live, work, and spend. To truly understand this phenomenon, we need to explore not only the history, but also the psychology, business strategies, and societal impacts behind it. Subscriptions weren't always as widespread as they are today. Decades ago, they were limited to newspapers, magazines, and maybe a utility service or two. These were simple, straightforward transactions. You paid a fixed amount regularly and received a consistent service in return. It was predictable and transparent, and consumers knew exactly what they were paying for. So how did we get from that to a world where nearly every product or service comes with a subscription option? The answer lies in a combination of technological advancements, shifting consumer behavior, and clever corporate strategies. The digital revolution. The first major shift happened with the digital revolution. When companies transitioned from physical to digital products, they realized something profound. Digital goods didn't have the same limitations as physical ones. A physical magazine or DVD had production costs, shipping fees, and inventory constraints. Digital goods, on the other hand, could be copied and distributed at virtually no cost once created. This opened the door to a new business model. Instead of selling a product once, companies could charge for ongoing access. Software companies were some of the earliest adopters of this model. Instead of selling a program outright, they began offering software as a service, SaaS, charging users monthly or annually. It was a win-win. Businesses got steady revenue streams, and consumers avoided hefty upfront costs. But this shift wasn't limited to software. Streaming platforms followed suit. Why sell a single album or movie when you can charge users for unlimited access to an entire library? The subscription model became a no-brainer for digital entertainment, and its success paved the way for countless other industries to follow.
A recipe for success for the makers of meal kits.
Subscription services to keep big bucks.
The world's leading meal kit delivery company.
60 options on our menu, transforming the food system.
Why subscriptions thrive. The appeal of subscriptions lies in their simplicity and perceived affordability. Paying $10 or $20 a month feels more manageable than shelling out hundreds of dollars up front. This psychological effect, known as price anchoring, makes subscriptions seem like a bargain, even when they end up costing more over time. Consider this: subscribing to a music streaming service for $10 a month might feel like a steal compared to buying individual albums for $10 each. But over 5 years, that subscription costs $600, a figure few consumers consider when signing up. The cumulative effect of multiple subscriptions, entertainment, fitness, food delivery, and more, can quietly drain bank accounts without consumers realizing just how much they're spending. For businesses, the benefits are even greater. Subscriptions create predictable, recurring revenue, which is highly valued by investors. Unlike one-time sales, subscriptions allow companies to forecast income more accurately and invest in growth with greater confidence. They also foster customer loyalty, or dependency, depending on how you view it. Once you're locked into a service, switching becomes inconvenient, especially if your data, files, or habits are tied to that subscription. This is where the darker side of subscriptions emerges. Many companies use tactics designed to keep consumers hooked, even when the service no longer provides significant value. The psychology of subscription traps. One of the most insidious aspects of the subscription economy is how it exploits consumer psychology. Automatic billing, for example, removes the need for consumers to actively decide each month whether to continue a service. This set-it-and-forget-it convenience often leads people to pay for subscriptions they no longer use. Free trials are another common tactic. Companies offer a month of service for free, knowing that many users will forget to cancel before the trial ends. By the time the first charge hits, consumers are often too busy or too overwhelmed to bother unsubscribing. There's also the phenomenon of bundling. Companies combine multiple services into a single subscription, making it harder to determine the true value of what you're paying for. Even if you only use one or two features, you end up paying for the entire package. These strategies aren't accidental. They're carefully designed to maximize revenue. Businesses hire psychologists and behavioral economists to study consumer habits and create systems that encourage ongoing payments, even when the service isn't being fully utilized. Are subscriptions ruining our lives? The answer isn't straightforward. On one hand, subscriptions offer undeniable convenience. They allow consumers to access high-quality products and services without the burden of ownership or large upfront costs. For businesses, they provide stability and a reliable income stream. On the other hand, the subscription economy has led to significant downsides. For consumers, the cumulative cost of multiple subscriptions can strain finances. The lack of transparency and deliberate obfuscation of cancellation processes further exacerbate the problem. For society as a whole, the shift from ownership to access raises questions about long-term sustainability and consumer rights. The hidden costs of subscription culture. While subscriptions appear to offer convenience and affordability, they often mask hidden costs, both financial and psychological. For consumers, the financial burden is one of the most immediate and noticeable impacts. The recurring nature of subscription payments means they can quietly drain bank accounts, especially when combined across multiple services. Take a closer look at your bank statement, and you might be surprised at how many subscriptions you've accumulated. Streaming platforms, fitness apps, cloud storage, meal plans, the list goes on. What starts as a few small, manageable payments can quickly spiral into hundreds of dollars per month. This is what many financial experts call subscription creep. Then there's the issue of cancellation. Many subscription services intentionally design convoluted cancellation processes, requiring users to jump through hoops to end their memberships. Hidden cancellation buttons, multi-step confirmation processes, or the need to call customer service are all tactics employed to retain subscribers. These barriers can make it easier for consumers to continue paying than to cancel, even when they no longer use the service. Psychologically, subscriptions can also create stress and decision fatigue. Keeping track of what you're paying for, evaluating whether it's worth it, and managing the constant influx of new offers can feel overwhelming. This mental burden is rarely acknowledged, but plays a significant role in how subscriptions affect our lives. The industries most transformed by subscriptions. The subscription model has disrupted countless industries, reshaping how businesses operate and how consumers interact with products and services. Here are a few of the most significant transformations. Entertainment. Streaming platforms have redefined how we consume music, movies, and TV shows. Once you bought an album or a DVD, now you pay for access to an entire library. While this shift offers unprecedented variety, it also means you never truly own anything. If you cancel your subscription, you lose access to everything. Software. The rise of SaaS, software as a service, has changed the tech landscape. Companies like Adobe and Microsoft transitioned from one-time purchases to subscription models, ensuring consistent revenue. However, this also means that consumers must pay indefinitely to use essential tools, often spending far more over time. Fitness and wellness. Gyms and fitness apps have embraced subscriptions, offering virtual classes, workout plans, and more. While these services can be valuable, they also create dependency. If you cancel, you might lose access to your fitness routine or progress tracking. E-commerce and retail. Subscription boxes have exploded in popularity, offering everything from clothes to snacks to curated lifestyle products. While these boxes can be exciting, they often encourage excessive consumption and waste. Automotive and hardware. Perhaps one of the most controversial developments is the rise of subscriptions for physical goods. Some car manufacturers now offer subscriptions for features like heated seats or enhanced performance. This blurs the line between ownership and rental, sparking debates about consumer rights. Is there a way out? While the subscription model is unlikely to disappear anytime soon, There are steps consumers and businesses can take to address its downsides. For consumers, awareness is key. Start by auditing your subscriptions. Which ones do you actively use? Which ones could you live without? Canceling unused subscriptions and consolidating services can significantly reduce costs and stress. Budgeting tools and apps can also help track recurring payments, ensuring you're not caught off guard by forgotten charges. Setting reminders before free trials end, or switching to annual payment plans, if they save money, are other effective strategies. For businesses, transparency and fairness should be priorities. Simplifying cancellation processes, offering pay-as-you-go options, and avoiding predatory tactics can build trust with consumers. Companies that prioritize ethical practices may even gain a competitive edge in a saturated market. There's also potential for regulatory intervention. Governments could establish guidelines to protect consumers from deceptive practices, such as requiring clearer pricing or making cancellation processes straightforward. These measures could help level the playing field and reduce the negative impacts of subscription models. As we've explored today, subscriptions have become a double-edged sword in our lives, offering convenience while quietly complicating our financial and mental well-being. But now, you're armed with the knowledge to take back control and rethink the way you approach them. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What subscriptions have been the most surprising or frustrating for you? And how do you manage your subscriptions to keep them in check? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more deep dives into the trends and technologies shaping our world, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.